Disclaimer, I do not dislike CinemaSins, and that is not a lie. For my next Everything Wrong with CinemaSins video, I'm going to be seeing a video on Turbo, and I would like to give thanks to Boag, Grant Demise, and Big Mountain Studios for the idea. Enjoy.
55 seconds of logos.
We know, enough already!
Also, DreamWorks unleashing this uncanny valley no, the CGI nightmare demon fishing for the souls of younglings.
Chitty chitty chat chat, chit chat.
Who made this tiny robe for a snail? And why the did they give it sleeves? And if it came from a doll, show me the naked Creed figurine as proof, you cowards!
The tiny robe likely did come from a doll, but explaining where it came from would serve no purpose in the film's story, so does it really matter?
And so begins another wonderful work week at the plant.
It appears puns will be the comedic currency of choice for this movie. And while that's a step up from fart jokes, I shall not be investing.
So, saying something you like?
This kettle going off signals the start of their workday, but what if there's no coffee that morning? What if it's 10 minutes early or 10 minutes late?
The snails would likely start early or late if either happened, but since that wasn't what happened here, what's the point of this sin then?
Here we go.
It takes multiple squashings and a variety of contraptions before Theo tries the wild plan of just not being in the way of the tomato.
Narration.
And it looks like the winner is...
Oh, so close!
The everyone is laughing at the protagonist because they have dreams cliché is here to remind you who to root for, no matter how ridiculous that dream is. At least McQueen was a car.
But in Cars, McQueen was already a racer, and he dreamed of winning the Piston Cup and working for Dinoco. And in this movie, Turbo's dreams to be more than just a garden snail and become a racer.
Talk to your brother, Chet, or I will.
Mustaches.
Pointing things out on the screen.
You do this to yourself, you know. I mean, look at you. How could they not make fun of you? It's like you're almost forcing them.
What I imagine real movies say to 2022's Death on the Nile when they all get together at movie parties.
Jeremy says something random cliche.
We all have our limitations. Theo?
Chet clearly graduated from the Finding Nemo school of discouraging things.
It's almost like this is a character flaw of Chet or something.
What really separates the racers from the champions?
Casting Bill Hader and then having him voice a French-Canadian character that completely masks the fact that you cast Bill Hader.
When I rewatched this movie for this video, I could still hear that it was Bill Hader's voice whenever Dee spoke.
Hey, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
That's a bad thing!
I mean, it's a good saying, they just used it poorly. A better saying would be, a single tomato isn't worth getting chopped into a million pieces because it's just a tomato.
For this part of the sin, you said they just used it poorly, but your text says they just used poorly.
The odds of that truck blowing Theo, the snail who loves racing things, directly into a street race are not something I'm willing to suspend my disbelief for.
But you probably should, since this is an animated movie about a snail that gains the ability to go incredibly fast.
This movie clearly takes place in an alternate universe where snails have been exposed to so many pesticides and herbicides that they have developed a survives this gene strong enough to resist a violent trip through the steaming hot guts of a speeding car and a subsequent infusion of nitrous oxide.
I mean, it technically isn't an alternate universe since the movie's animated, which therefore means that it's unrealistic. So this is another case of you taking cartoon stuff seriously.
Despite all the fancy biology graphics on screen, the movie does not contain a single second of science.
He says while showing neutrons on the screen.
Snails apparently have a solid sense of direction, so I buy him getting home. But how long did this journey take? We know it takes him 17 minutes to travel 36 inches because the movie was naive enough to give us this exact scale. Which means if that truck and subsequent car race took him even half a mile away from his house, it would take him 12 goddamn days to get home at top speed.
Okay, you're not wrong here, but the movie establishes that this is still the same day. We weren't shown how long it took for Turbo to get home since it wasn't important enough to show to the audience.
Oh, that's peculiar.
I will graciously let the movie have the nitrous oxide causing super speed thing. The MCU does weirder shit. But why the would it give him headlights and later on a car alarm too?
Because Turbo fusing with the nitrous oxide didn't just give him super speed, it also gave him characteristics of a car.
The nitrous gave him a working radio too? God damn. They should have just had him be bitten by a radioactive car if they wanted this shit.
Arbitrary comic reference.
I can't play it, but I feel like Snoop Dogg only agreed to do this movie so that Drop It Like It's Hot would get a bit of extra airplay 10 years after its release.
Actually, like you can see here, Snoop Dogg started this film because he wanted to be part of it and also felt connected to his character.
All I know is the other night, I'm standing above the 101.
Snails who have no logical reason to be on the road, knowing the specific names of roads.
Well, considering how obsessed Turbo is with racing, it's reasonable to assume that he previously learned the names of streets.
It was a rhetorical question!
Looks like this random crow wanted to skip this argument as much as I did. Thanks, random crow.
Singing something you like.
Either I'm high, watching the wrong movie, or goddamn, this Amityville sequel is weird.
Arbitrary movie reference.
This must be my lucky day.
You have no fucking clue just how lucky you are, my friend. You are one of 7 people in the world who race snails, and you just picked up the fastest goddamn snail in existence.
Just like in a few other videos, specifically Turning Red, The Mask, and Wicked, you forgot to censor the F-bomb there.
Sudden snail Stockholm syndrome is sudden. Theo is immediately sympathetic to Tito just because people are laughing at him for finding a slow snail.
Actually, that's not why the people are laughing at Tito, and you know the actual reason if you didn't cut out the previous scene.
Look, he dead. Taco Man found dead snail.
I prefer Turbo.
Roll turbits.
Not only was Turbo said prior to this part, the film's title is referring to the main characters, so it'd be hard for the characters to avoid saying it.
I don't know what crazy lab you escaped from, but you're amazing, little amigo.
This is a very subdued reaction to discovering a superpowered snail. This happened to me. I'm at least dropping a few F-bombs, clawing at my temples in a panic, and crying out to the gods for guidance. You know, normal shocked people
Well, I can buy Tito not being super shocked, since Whiplash and his crew are also skilled racing snails, even if they aren't as fast as Turbo.
I'm fast, like a shadow.
Yep, but shadows, they're not inherently fast.
Damn it, Reynolds, not every character you play has to be a self-aware asshole, constantly nitpicking their reality.
Irony.
You clearly got the skills to pay the bills. If snails had to pay bills, that is, you would be able to pay them.
Yeah, bills.
Samuel L. Jackson legitimately sounds bored. How do you make Samuel L. Jackson sound boring?
I didn't view it that way when I rewatched this film for this video because I thought he and the other cast members gave really good performances. And I say that because I listed the voice acting as something I liked about this film on my Letterboxd review, despite me not caring for the film itself.
I'm probably late on mentioning this, but nobody seems to be concerned that these snails have teeth.
We need to think big, little amigo. I'm talking commercials, talk shows, county fairs, flea markets.
How has he not started by calling the news? Think of all the free publicity and all the potential news position I could have sent.
Everything wrong with Turbo. It didn't have something I wanted to sin.
I want to enter him in the Indy 500.
A snail cannot race in a competition meant for cars.
Is a thing that has to be explained in this movie.
It's almost like this scene is meant to show us that Turbo and Tito and Chet and Angelo have the same characteristics or something.
Jesus, how dense is this snail, or how paper thin is this glass?
This isn't our reality.
No one appears to be concerned that 5 snails spelling out a word using the shadow of the moon is a clear sign of the impending apocalypse. Wait, why are regular people already here? Are they doing this the weekend of the race? Holy shit, that's insane!
Just like with the F-bomb from earlier, you forgot to censor that swear. Whew, this is starting to feel like the Turning Red video all over again.
Please tell me those phony glasses are not your plan.
Thing I imagine Clark's parents said to him on more than one occasion somehow makes it into the movie.
Jeremy says something random cliche.
The Indy 500 isn't going to put a limit on speed, then it shouldn't put a limit on spirit!
This works.
And did it work because Guy is a 5-time race champion and it makes sense for the crowd to listen to him as he shows his support to Turbo?
Your snail can compete in the Indianapolis 500.
This might be the strangest thing Kurtwood Smith has ever been asked to say. And we're talking about a man who has acted alongside a robotic zombie cop and piloted a time machine to rescue a wife that he erased from reality.
But that just sounds like something you have a problem with, so I think this is a good time to give my award out here.
He ain't slow no more.
That's for sure.
Shut the door.
Get on the floor.
It took 3 brains to write this movie.
Oh, that's ironic, coming from a channel that has multiple writers.
Instead of 1 lawnmower, it'll be 32 giant, fire-breathing cars.
I don't think Chet understands how the Indy 500 works. Although based on this movie, maybe I don't either.
Actually, Chet is correct in saying 32 cars, because from doing research, 33 cars raced in the Indy 500, and Turbo technically counts as the 33rd racer.
You're not a car. You're a snail.
Is a thing that has to be explained in this movie.
Like I said at the beginning of this video, this is a character flaw of Chet, not a flaw of the movie itself.
I will not stand by and watch the only brother I've got.
Skip!
Will you stop? Just stop!
I've never talked to a snail before.
But it's time to establish that I'm the real villain of the movie, so I figured, what the hell, right?
Yeah. So?
So small, so amusing.
Hey now, it's statistically above average. Well, sorry, Sutton College girlfriend flashback. One thing this movie does really well is show us how boring the Indy 500 is.
So, sending something you like?
We got this far. It's good enough.
Realistically, Turbo got his wish to race against his idol, and all of your businesses got some much-needed publicity. So yeah, why not stop here before more ridiculous things happen, like a foot race between a man and a regular speed snail?
Probably because Turbo wants to actually win the race and beat Guy.
God damn it, is this truck ever going to sell tacos?
But the Dos Bros taco truck was shown selling tacos earlier in the film when Turbo was being shown off to the people that had been on the bus. And heck, even if this wasn't shown, the movie itself says the tacos had been sold at one point, as evidenced by this line from Angelo.
We had a good day. We sold a few extra tacos. It's good enough.
I can't get out.
I want to pour salt on this movie, put it in a microwave for 5 minutes, and make every other snail-based movie clean up the unrecognizable entrails while Marcel the Shell with shoes on laughs in its dumb f***ing face.
But that sounds like a you problem, so I'll be giving this my award too. And here's the end result, everybody. The sin total is 237, and the sentence will be losing a race. Thank you for watching, everybody, and have a nice day.